Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnanajana Salakya Chaksurunmilitan Yenai Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. I have written this script with the mercy of Guru and Gauranga. I can write, but what I write is all thanks to Krishna Mai Mataji, a true Guru in every sense. I dedicate this script to her. When I met her, I was so ignorant. I didn't know the B from the G of the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever little I know is all thanks to her. Thank you, Mataji. Danvat Pranams. Time and tide. Hare Krishna. We are familiar with the saying, time and tide wait for no man. This is a small light natika showing you all just that, about how a spiritual journey can be missed. The name is Time and Tide. Scene 1. It is a Saturday and 6:30 p.m. and time for Krishnamai Mataji's regular Bhakti Lata Youth Forum class in Chakra Hall.
Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all to our Saturday class of Bhakti Lata Youth Forum. Last week, we had talked about verse 15 of chapter 7. Has anyone learned the verse? Yes, Siddharchana Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Namam dushkritino mooda prapadyante naradhama mayyaya priyata jnana asuram bhavam ashrita.
Translation, yes, Siya Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Those serpents who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the ethics nature of demons, do not surrender unto me.
Lalita, just read the purport, 2 paragraphs.
It is said in Bhagavad Gita that simply by surrendering oneself into the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality Krishna, one can surmount the stringent laws of material nature. At this point, a question arises. How is it that educated philosophers, scientists, businessmen, administrators, and all the leaders of ordinary men do not surrender to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, the all-powerful personality of Godhead? The Gita answers this question very frankly. Those who are faithful philosophers, politicians, educators, scientists, etc., surrender to the lotus feet of the Supreme Person, the all-powerful authority. Those who are not actually philosophers, scientists, etc., but those who pose themselves as such for material gain, do not accept the plan or path of the Supreme Lord. They have no idea of God. They simply manufacture their own worldly plans and consequently complicate the problems of material existence in their vain attempts to solve them.
Right. So we had discussed this last week. Now we will move on to the next shlok, shlok number 16, which is about the 4 types of people who are ready to surrender to Krishna. Jagriti, can you please read verse 16?
Yes, Mataji. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute.
So you can identify yourself, which category you belong to. Prabhupada, in the purport, says that these persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. They are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire for material profit. Yes, Jagriti?
Yes, Mataji. I have a question. I have come because I'm inquisitive. So I'm not a pure devotee. Does that mean that I will never become a pure devotee?
No, of course not. In fact, the next paragraph answers your question. When these four kinds of person come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service, they are completely purified by the association of a pure devotee. They also become pure devotees. So, Jagriti, you have to keep coming to class for the association of devotees.
Yes, Mataji. I shall definitely try.
Tick tock, tick tock. Lesson scene number 2. Some weeks later, it is the 22nd of April and time for Gokul Anand Mela. This Mela is to celebrate the installation day of Sri Radha Shyam Sundar at GV. So there is a Rath Yatra of Sri Jagannath, Baldev and Subhadra the previous day. Then 2 days of fun and frolic, all in Krishna consciousness. That is the usual hustle and bustle of a Mela. Krishnamai Mataji is busy giving instructions to the volunteers. She is holding a pen and a pen in her hand.
Jatila Mataji, take help and please arrange the baskets for Chappan Bhog. We don't have much time. If you want, ask Yogini and Shirisha to help you. Haribol, Jagriti?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. How are you? You look well.
Yes, Lord's mercy. I haven't seen you in class since weeks. What happened?
I know. I was studying, Mataji. I just finished my finals. Oof, at last. But I have been reading a verse from Bhagavad Gita every day. But it is not very easy to understand, Mataji.
That's why you need to attend class. Have you seen the Mela?
No.
No problem. If I need any help, I shall let you know. Make sure
The
that you
Mela-
visit each stall.
The Mela is fantastic, Mataji. It's so refreshing to see all of you and meet all the devotees. Do you need any help, Mataji?
No, nothing. Excuse me, I think someone is calling me.
Mataji, Mataji. Scene 3, tick tock, and 2 months go by. Yes, it's Bhakti Lata Youth Forum time, and we are at Chakra Hall.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So, welcome to another session of our Bhagavad Gita classes. It is nice to see you back here, Jagriti. How have you been?
Jagruti,
Okay, it is late as it is, so let's begin the class. So, talking about being in Krishna consciousness, I had told you all about the acronym of TEMPLE. This is VVIP, very, very important too, and that is Vedic Value Inspiration Program. So, TEMPLE, T, what does T stand for? Any guesses?
Ma'am, I think it's temple.
No.
Transcendental?
Good try, but no, the T stands for tranquility. So our body basically needs food, clothing, shelter, like they say roti, kapada, makan. But the mind's basic need is peace. Peace equals tranquility. So next, E, anybody?
Enjoyment,
No,
Education,
correct, education. So science teaches us the how of everything, and spirituality teaches us the why of everything. Spirituality can create the culture of service and harmony. There is no exploitation in spiritual education. Next is M. M for
Morality.
Morality.
no.
Meditation.
No, it's close. It's actually medication. So immorality plus improper behavior are symptoms of a disease. The symptoms are lust, anger, greed, hatred, envy, and illusion. What do these lead to? Yes, Aditi?
Ma'am, lust leads to sexual crimes like rape and murder. Greed causes corruption and more crime. Anger leads to terrorism and violence. And same with envy and illusion, different levels of crime.
Good. So greed is a mental disease. Remembering God gives us inner pleasure, thus keeping us away from external pleasure. Thus, medication against the above germs and diseases is Harinam. So now we're done with TEM. Next is P. Anybody? P?
P for purification.
Yes, P is for purification. So when we are pure, we experience internal joy and we spread it to others. Whereas external happiness leads to exploitation. So pure hearts make us understand the plans of God and thus move harmoniously with these plans with nature. To love God, to love nature, God is green. Next is L. Yes, anyone?
Love.
Love.
Yes, Krishna Prem. Remember that. Love for Krishna is always reciprocated. Directing love to Krishna gives us fulfillment, eternally and completely. Love through seva is the most simple formula. Last is E. E for?
Mataji, E for expression.
No, it is engagement. Prabhupada translated the word bhakti to devotional service, not just devotion. Because devotional service is a practical activity. How? By using your potential towards the temple. It could be teaching, cooking, marketing, art of any sort, technology, anything that you can do. Through devotional service, you give your heart to Krishna. Give Krishna those things which our heart is. For example, if your heart is in your earnings, then give your earnings to Krishna. Partly also.
And so the class continues. Scene 4. Tick tock. More weeks roll by. It's Saturday. Temple Hall Kirtan for Bhakti Lata Youth Forum. Premila Mataji is leading the Kirtan.
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Jagrati, when did you come?
At 5:15 p.m. Mataji.
Oh, are you coming to class?
Such a
Haven't
beautiful turn, Mataji. I enjoyed it so much.
Yes, Kirtan is always enjoyable. So, haven't seen you since the past few weeks. Have you gone back to Kashmir or what?
No, Mataji. Yes, Mataji, I'm coming to class. Actually, I've been looking for a job, and whenever I decide to come for the class, it rains. But mostly on Sunday mornings, I manage to come and take darshan and attend a lecture or something.
Class in Chakra Hall.
So, last week, we had discussed the anarthas, which are nothing but demons personified. I had asked you to go through to chapter 2, verse 62 and 63. A quick recap of last week's session. So, what are the 6 anarthas? Who can tell me? Yes, Raseshwari Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Anger, arrogance, greed, lust, envy, and illusion.
Yes, that's right. Can you also name the 6 characters who identify with these qualities?
Anger, Dantavakra, arrogance, Hiranyakashipu, greed, Hiranyaksha, lust is Ravana, envy, Shishupal, illusion, Kumbhakarna.
Yes, good. Thank you.
Scene 5. Tick tock, tick tock. More time passes. Chakra Hall, 6:30 p.m.
Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all to our session of Bhakti Lata Youth Forum. We have been talking about the conditioned soul for some time now. Siddharchana Mataji, please read verse 5.19. Only the translation.
Those whose minds are established in sameness and equanimity have already conquered the conditions of birth and death. They are flawless like Brahman, and thus they are already situated in Brahman.
Lalita Mataji, please read the 3rd sentence of the puppet.
Okay, Mataji. As long as one identifies with his body, he is considered a soul. But as soon as he is elevated to the stage of equanimity through realization of self, he is liberated from conditioned life.
So in a book called Veda by Srila Prabhupada and his disciples, Vishakha Devi writes, "What is the most amazing thing?" So a sagacious king was once asked, "The most amazing thing," the king responded, "is that although everyone knows that he is destined to die, just as his relatives and friends have died, no one prepares for his own death. He acts as if he will live forever." This sagacious king was King Yudhishthir. Vishakha Devi tells us that time vanquishes everything material. With each rising and setting of the sun, each moment passing by, the balance of our life is being snatched away. Each passing birthday means 1 year closer to death. Our brief lifetime is likened to a bubble in the ocean. The tossing of the ocean waves produces so many bubbles. They stay together for some time, then separate, never to be united again. Similarly, our family, friends, countrymen cluster like bubbles, only to be separated. The question that arises in disbelief is, You mean an unconditioned soul doesn't grow old, get diseases, or die? Of course, from an external point of view, he does experience these conditions. But in a higher spiritual sense, he doesn't. Because he has realized that he is not this material body, but the spirit soul within. Just as my wearing an old coat or an old blouse won't make me old, similarly, the conditions of the body and mind can never actually affect the eternal mind. Akanksha, there was one cat analogy that I had told you. Can you share that with the class?
Yes, Mataji. So even death, the ultimate material condition, has no influence on the liberated soul. For example, when a cat holds a rat in its mouth, the rat feels terror, knowing that death is near. But when that same cat holds its kitten in its mouth, the kitten feels comfort. Similarly, when death comes for a conditioned soul, he is terrified. But for an unconditioned soul, death means that the Lord has come to carry him back to Godhead, back to the spiritual world.
Prabhupada ji makes things so easy for us to understand with such appropriate analogies. Last week I had mentioned about volunteers for Janmashtami. Please give your names to Siddharchana Mataji. What about you, Jagriti? Are you giving your name?
Sorry, Mataji, I can't. I've actually just started a job, Mataji. By the time I come home, it's almost 8 p.m.
Oh, that's good to hear. Congratulations. I understand you cannot find time during the week, but try to come for Saturday class.
I can't promise because mom has something lined up for me every Saturday. But I shall definitely try, Mataji. The Saturday class makes me feel so good. I love our Saturday class.
Scene 6. Tick tock, tick tock. Janmashtami gone. Diwali is here. Month of Kartik. There is an air of festivity all around. Let's go to Chakra Hall.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले विराजमानं यशोदाभियोलोकलाघवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततोदुतगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं विजन्तम् कराम्बोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकां पाते रेखाङ्ककण्ठ पितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिवर्धम्.
Thank you, Amrita. That was very melodious. Sri Damodar Ashtakam is sung in the month of Kartik to worship the Damodar Roop of Krishna. So it was spoken by the sage Satyavrata in a conversation with Narad Muni and Shaunaka Rishi. It demonstrates three rasas. Verse 1 to 3 demonstrates Vatsalya Ras, verse 4 to 7 Dasya, and verse 8 Madhurya Ras. Aditi, could you please read the translation of the first verse?
Yes, ma'am. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining, who, due to the offense turning into butter, stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a sink, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisance.
Thank you, Aditi. Okay, so we shall continue class after we return from doing Deepdan. Come on, everybody, let's go downstairs.
As everybody prepares to leave class, Jagruti bounces in.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Jagriti. You look very happy. Are you engaged or what?
Yes, Mataji. How did you know? I came to seek your blessings, Mataji. I got engaged last Sunday.
Congratulations. God bless. Who is the lucky man? All of you, please go. Don't wait for me. I'll come in a minute.
Thank you so much, Mataji. His name is Sachin and we work together.
Oh, good. I'm happy for you. Jagrati, we're all going to the temple to do Deepdan. Have you done yours?
Oh, no, Mataji. I actually came straight to meet you. I'm not done it yet, but I do Deepdan every day, morning as well as evening at my home.
Scene 7. Tick tock, tick tock. Jagruti is going to be very, very busy now. How will she manage to come to class? And yes, busy she is. 10 months go by. It is Janmashtami again. We are at Juhu Sri Radha Ras Bihari temple. There are crowds and crowds of people. Krishnamai Mataji and her team work very hard towards their presentations every year for Janmashtami. This year it is Govardhan Leela. Krishnamai Mataji is standing outside her stall, which is now a mini theater. She is directing her team as they take a break from performing the Govardhan Leela. Oh, who do we have here? Jagruti, dressed as a new bride, comes in with her husband and touches Mataji's feet.
Hari bol, Jagrati. Are you married?
Yes, Mataji. Haribol, Mataji. We got married in late May. Yes, Mataji, we got married in late May. I'm sorry I couldn't invite you because we got married in my village. Mataji, please bless us.
Of course, of course. Congratulations and my blessings. With Krishna's grace, may you find happiness in your married life. Is your husband a devotee too?
Oh, Sachin. No, Mataji. This is the first time, in fact, that he's come to one temple. He doesn't mind my coming here. He's absolutely okay with that. Otherwise, what would I do?
I'm happy to know that. So that means you shall be living in Mumbai, not moving.
Yes, Mataji, Mumbai only. That is in Sandals.
Good. Have you seen our show yet?
No, Mataji. We just came. We took darshan and came straight to meet you.
Start in 10 minutes, huh? Don't miss the show.
Yes, Mataji, definitely. Hare Krishna, Nikunja Mataji, Hare Krishna, Madhu Mataji, Hare Krishna, how are you?
Scene 8. Tick tock, tick tock. Time is rolling. 3 more years pass and it is 6:30 p.m. Chakra Hall.
Hare Krishna. So I welcome you all to Bhakti Lata Youth Forum. I am always very happy to see you all. Please keep coming and let the Bhakti Lata grow. I hope you all have your copies of Nectar of Devotion. Srila Rupa Goswami has given us this beautiful book which is full of guidance for the growth of your Bhakti Lata. We were reading chapter 12, Further Aspects of Transcendental Service. We are on page 106. Sia, please read, chanting the holy name of the Lord.
Yes, Mataji. The importance of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is very strongly stressed in the second canto, first chapter, verse 11 of Srimad Bhagavatam, in the following way. Sukdev Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj, "My dear king, if one is spontaneously attached to the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it is to be understood that he has attained the highest perfection stage. It is specifically mentioned that the karmis who are aspiring after the fruitive results of their activities, the salvations who are aspiring to become one with the Supreme Person, and the yogis who are aspiring after myth's perfection can achieve the result of perfection stage simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Sukdev Goswami specially stresses that it has already been concluded that one who has come to the stage of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra with determination and steadiness must be considered to have already passed the trials of fruitive activities, mental speculation, and myths yoga.
Yogini, continue reading.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. The same thing is confirmed in the Adi Purana by Krishna. While addressing Arjuna, he says, anyone who is engaged in chanting my transcendental name must be considered to be always associating with me. And I may tell you frankly that for such a devotee, I become easily purchased. There is no difference between the holy name of the Lord and the Lord himself. As such, the holy name is as perfect as the Lord himself in fullness, purity, and eternity. The holy name is not a material sound vibration, nor has it any material contamination. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recommended the dust from your heart. If the dust of the heart is cleansed away, then one can actually understand the importance of the holy name.
Right. So an incident from Srila Prabhupada that he mentioned comes to mind here. It's the story of Ramanujacharya. I have it here. Siddharjuna Mataji, can you please read it?
Yes, Mataji. There is a story about Ramanujacharya, a great Krishna-conscious spiritual master. His spiritual master gave him a mantra and said, "My dear boy, you chant this mantra silently. Nobody else can hear it. It is very secret." Ramanujacharya asked his guru, "What is the effect of this mantra?" The guru said, "By chanting this mantra in meditation, you will get liberation." So Ramanujacharya immediately went out to a big public meeting and said, "Everyone chant this mantra. You all will be liberated." Then he came back to his spiritual master, who was very angry. His guru said, "I told you that you should chant silently." Ramanujacharya answered, "Yes, I have committed an offense. So whatever punishment you like, you can give me. I have given it to the public. Let everyone be liberated and let me go to hell. I am prepared. But if by chanting this mantra everyone can be liberated, let it be publicly distributed." His spiritual master then embraced him, saying, "You are greater than me."
You see, if a mantra has so much power, why should it be a secret? It should be distributed. People are suffering. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra loudly. Anyone who hears it, even the birds, even the beasts will become liberated.
Thus the class continues. At the end of class, Jagruti knocks and enters holding a baby.
Hare Krishna, Jagruti. You have a baby. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Lord Krishna is blessed with a lovely daughter. Please bless her, Mataji.
Yes, she is lovely. May Krishna bless her always. Very sweet too. Oh, she is smiling. How old is she? Have you named her?
She's 6 months old, Mataji. Yes, we have named her Bhakti.
Perfect. Let Bhakti be hers. Bless her.
Oh, she's so cute. So sweet, lovely.
Class looked so interesting today. I was watching from outside.
Yes, we were talking about the importance of chanting. Are you chanting?
Yes, Mataji. But with the baby, I don't always complete my rounds.
Scene 9, tick, tock, tick, tock. Time and tide wait for no man. 5 years roll by. 6:30 p.m. on a Saturday, and we are in Chakra Hall.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome to Bhakti Lata Youth Forum. I'm taking class today because Krishna Mataji has just undergone her cataract surgery. She's fine as such, but she's at home resting. So last Sunday we all went for the movie, directed by John Gressier and Lauren Ross. The popular movie called Hare Krishna, the mantra, the movement, and the Swami who started it all. Okay, so let me ask a few questions about the movie. Let's start with the numbers first and see how much you remember, okay? So tell me, what Srila Prabhupada achieved in 12 years? What did Srila Prabhupada achieve in 12 years?
Mataji?
Yes, Priya Rani Mataji.
Prabhupada ji circled the globe 14 times. He initiated 108 temples in 6 continents and 60 million books distributed in 25 languages.
Yes, very good. These are figures that can shake anybody. In the movie, we saw different people making different statements about Srila Prabhupada. Does anybody remember any? Aditi?
Yes, Mataji, I know some of them, but sorry to start on a negative statement, but that's where it all started. Sumati Moraji said that he's going to die after issuing his ticket on the Jaladuta. And Rukmini Devi Dasi said he was like no teacher. There was no gap between what he spoke and what he lived. George Harrison from the Beatles, he said that Srila Prabhupada gave a backbone to my life. Thomas J. Hopkins, professor of religion, said he is an unbelievable story. Lauren Ross, the co-director, said Hare Krishna became a household name in the USA. Mataji, I only remember these 5.
No problem. Thank you so much. Very good. George Harrison also said that when challenged, Prabhupada performed better. The more the friction, the more energetic he became. And what did Srila Prabhupada say about George Harrison? Who can tell? Yes, Jagrati.
Mataji, I haven't seen the film, but I think I know the answer. He's Hari's son.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, now I want to ask quick 1-line definitions which Srila Prabhupada has given us. To save time, please answer only if you're sure of the answer, okay? So the first one, what is faith?
Mataji, faith means in preaching trust in something sublime.
Yes, correct. Next, what is self-realization?
Yeah, Mataji, self-realization means understanding Krishna and one's eternal relationship with him.
Yeah, that's good. Question 3, what is Krishna consciousness?
Krishna consciousness means an art of focusing one's attention on the Supreme Godhead and giving one's love to him.
Correct. Now the fourth one, what is knowledge?
Ma'am, it's knowledge means knowing the distinction between spirit and matter.
Perfect, perfect. Fifth one, what is silence?
Silence does not mean that one should not speak. Silence means that one should not speak nonsense.
Nice, Mataji. Good. Sixth one, what is renunciation?
Real renunciation means that one should always think himself as part and parcel of the Supreme Lord.
Correct. Next one, what is liberation?
Liberation means freedom from the cycle of reactionary work.
Correct. Next one, what is humility?
Humility means that one should not be anxious to have the satisfaction of being honored by others.
Correct. Next, what is tolerance?
Tolerance means that one should be practiced to bear insult and dishonor from others.
That's right. Number 10, what is false ego?
Yes, Mataji. False ego means accepting this body as oneself.
Very good. Well answered. 10 definitions, ladies. Very good.
Actually,
Yes.
please ask more. I didn't got the chance.
Okay. Okay. So, what is non-violence?
Non-violence means not to put others into distress.
That's right. And let's take one more last one, the 12th one. What is simplicity?
Mataji, simplicity means that without diplomacy, one should be so straightforward that you can disclose the real truth even to an enemy.
Okay. Very good. That was very nice. So I believe Jagruti Mataji has bought a cake here for class today, as it's her daughter Bhakti's 5th birthday. Wow. And not to forget, it's also our birthday Saturday. So we will also celebrate the birthday for Nikunja Chandrika and Rambhadra Rupa. So let's all get together and sing for them.
Hare Krishna to Nikunja, Rupa and Bhakti. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna bless you. Hare Krishna bless you. May Krishna bless you with love and devotion. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, everyone. I wish Mataji was here too. Please
I'll
have cake.
tell. Yeah. I'll tell Mataji and I'll save some sweets also for her. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I'll pass this on to her. Thank you.
Scene 10. Tick tock, tick tock. 2 more years go by. It is Diwali time. Chakra Hall is a flurry of activity. Krishnamay Mataji and the members of Bhakti Lata Youth Forum are busy making lotuses for Vrinda Kund. There is a knock on the door. Jagruti enters.
Hare Krishna Mataji, how are you?
Hare Krishna Jagruti. I'm good. How are you? And your daughter?
All well. All well. Thank you, Mataji. What is happening? Everybody's so busy.
Yes, they are all making lotuses for Vrindakund, our annual visit to Vrindavan.
Making such beautiful lotuses. So nice. When will we all go?
Last week of Kartik, after Diwali. Have you ever come to Vrindavan with us?
No, Mataji, not even once. You have always told me, but I never got a chance.
You have to create a chance. Make time, because you can never find time. You have to make time. Make a decision and work towards it. Once you decide, come. Krishna takes care of the rest.
I know, Mataji, I understand, but it is very difficult. I can't even come on Saturday class regularly. Bhakti has school and classes, and I have a father-in-law and a mother-in-law to take care of. My mother-in-law is so unwell too, Mataji. I watched Vrindavan on TV, some of the lectures and kirtans, daily darshan. Maybe Krishna will call me to Vrindavan soon.
Scene 11. Tick tock, tick tock. The gaps are getting bigger. Jagruti comes to see Krishnamay Mataji after 17 years. It is 8 p.m. Class is almost coming to an end.
So, we shall quickly go through the 6 positive benefits that take place when one takes to Krishna consciousness. Lalita Mataji, please read the first 3.
Yeah, okay, Mataji. The first is that one feels immediate relief for all kinds of material distress. Vishwas Melek. Second, what if we take to Krishna consciousness, devotional service to Krishna, Krishna assures us that I shall get to relief from all kinds of karmic reactions. Third, the next benefit is that one feels great happiness in Krishna consciousness.
Right. Next three, Raseshwari Mataji, please read.
Yes, Mataji. Fourth, the next benefit of practicing devotional service is that we become liberated from material consciousness. Fifth, the next effect of practicing devotional service is that Krishna consciousness has the power to attract Krishna. Sixth, the sixth benefit is that a person engaged in Krishna consciousness can immediately develop all good qualities.
Yes. So these are the 6 positive benefits of Krishna consciousness. So please go through them before next Saturday. Okay, it's nearly 8:30. Niyati, have you got the Prasadam coupons? Very good. Who's going to sing Mahaprasade Govinde? Siddharchana Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Mahaprasade Govinde, Nam Brahmname Vaishnave, Swalpa Punyavitam Rajan, Vishwasone Vrajayate.
Enter Jagruti with daughter.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. After so many years? Oh, is this Bhakti?
Yes, Mataji, she's getting married. We have come to give you the wedding invitation, Mataji.
Really, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mataji. Please, you must come for the wedding. It will mean a lot to me.
Thank you. I shall definitely try.
Yes, Mataji.
Scene 12. Tick tock, tick tock. Better timing this time. It's been only 2 years. Chakra Hall, 7 p.m.
We have been discussing the songs of Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, and we did Arunoday Kirtan part 1 last week. Yeah. So I shall now ask Pramila Mataji, please sing part 2 today and give us the translations too.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna. जीव जागो जीव जागो गौर चांदावो रे उठानित्र जाओ माया पिशाची रगो Lord Gauranga is calling. Wake up, sleeping souls, wake up. You have slept so long on the lap of the witch Maya. Bhajibo buliya se samsara bhitare bhuliya rohile tumi avidyar bhare. You came into this world of birth and death, saying, My Lord, I will certainly worship you, but you have forgotten this promise and remained in great ignorance. Tumhare loite ami hoinu avatara ami veera bandhu ara ke ache tumhara. I have descended just to save you, except for me. Who else is your friend? Ene che oshadi maya nashi manulagi harinama mahamantra lao tumi mangi. I have brought the medicine for destroying the illusion of Maya. Now pray for his Harinam Mahamantra and take it. Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya Sei Harinam at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, and after begging for the holy name, he received that Maha Mantra. Jiva jago, Gaura chanda bole, Uthani trajao maya, Vishachi ramole. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Pramila. That was beautiful. The translation was also so touching, enough to bring tears to our eyes. So beautiful. Oh, it's nice to see Jagriti back in class today. Welcome back.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I'm so glad to be here, Mataji. I have missed class so much.
But now I believe we will be more regular.
I'm not so sure, Mataji. I thought after Bhakti's wedding I shall have time. But my mother-in-law was so unwell and she passed away earlier this year. And I have to look at my father-in-law as a bad heart.
Scene 13. Tick tock, tick tock. Years are flying by. Revati Kirti Mataji is conducting a class in Chakra Hall.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Nice to see everyone. As you all know, Mataji has had a shoulder surgery and she's indisposed for a few weeks. But classes will continue as always on Saturdays. So last week I had talked about the Goswami brothers and their nephew. So who can name all the Goswamis?
Mataji, can I?
Yeah, tell me.
The 6 Goswamis are Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami. Here, Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, and Anupam Goswami were brothers. Jiva Goswami was Anupam Goswami's son, initiated by Rupa Goswami.
Yes, thank you. That sums it up. So today we shall talk about Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Gopal Bhatta Goswami appeared in the year 1503 and he disappeared from this planet in 1578, correct. And he was one of the foremost disciples of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he was a leading historical figure in the Gaudiya Vaishnava school of Hinduism. Gopal Bhatta Goswami's first meeting with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in 1510. He was only 7 years that time, and it was on Mahaprabhu's tour of South India. Although of a young age, he was given the opportunity to meet with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and serve him over a number of months. Such was his love for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was about to leave, Gopal Bhatta became upset, and for Gopal Bhatt's sake, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to stay for a few more days. Now, according to the Gaudiya tradition, it was during this time that Gopal Bhatt had a spiritual vision in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed himself as an avatar of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this vision, Krishna then told him that in the town of Vrindavan, he would meet 2 devotees, namely, who's that? Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, who would instruct him in the finer details of devotional service. So when Gopal Bhatt awoke from this experience, he wanted to leave for Vrindavan at once, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told him to stay and serve his parents. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's departure, Gopal Bhatt took care of his parents into their old age, and then after they died, he traveled to Vrindavan. There he met Rupa and Sanatan Goswamis, who accepted him as a brother. Gopal Bhatt Goswami later helped Sanatan Goswami compile the book called yes, Hari Bhakti Vilas. So this way the Goswamis propagated Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's message and wrote books and preached Krishna consciousness. Yeah. So now we still have to cover the two Raghunath Goswamis and a little bit more about Gopal Bhatta Goswami also. So next week we'll continue with that. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, how is Krishna, my Mataji? I was so keen to see her today.
Hare Krishna, Jagruti. Yeah, Mataji is fine. She needs to rest more. So actually, Krishnamai Mataji was coming here every Saturday since you last came. It's just now that she has taken a break, or rather.
I understand. I was not able to come because Bhakti had come home for her delivery, and I was tied up with her for several months.
Oh, so you're a nani. Congratulations. It's a boy or a girl?
It's a little boy, and he's so cute. He has such lovely curly hair, just like baby Krishna. We have named him Dhruv. Isn't that a lovely name, Mataji? Here, I will show you his picture.
Oh yeah, he's lovely. He's very cute. I like his curls. God bless him. Okay, so Jagruti Mataji, now if in case your daughter's gone back, I think you can come to class more regularly.
I want to come, Mataji, but there's always something that needs my attention. Just now you explained of how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Gopal Bhatt to first take care of his aging parents. Same with me. I too have too much on my plate. Honestly speaking, every Saturday, my heart is over here only.
Scene 14. Tick tock, tick tock. Till now, we had years rolling by, but now it's decades. 2 decades later, Chakrahol.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhaktilata Youth Forum. It's nice to see you all. And oh my God, I see Jagruti is in class too. It's good to see you too, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. How have you been?
Going on, Krishna's mercy. How are you?
Oh, Mataji, I'm not very good. Both my knees are replaced. My father-in-law also passed away, Mataji. There's too much happening with me.
That is how material life is. It's all about me, my family, my in-laws, society, the city, and so on.
Yes, Mataji. Talking about my family, Mataji, my grandson, Dhruv, he has gone to USA for further studies. His application was accepted by the first university he applied to. You remember him, don't you, Mataji?
Yes, Bhakti's son. All the best to him. So, let's begin class. Please open your Bhagavad Gitas to page 432. Aditi, read the shloka and translation, please.
Yes, ma'am. Yad karosi yad asnati yad juhosi dadasi yad tapasyasi kaunteya tad kurusva madarpanam. Translation: whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me.
Right. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains that it is the duty of everyone to mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in any circumstance. Everyone has to work for the maintenance of their body and soul together. And Krishna recommends herein that one should work for him. We have also read earlier that Arjun fought as a service to Krishna, not for his own sense gratification, but for Krishna's pleasure.
So, sense gratification is there even in devotional service?
Yes, a karmi works for his own sense gratification and a bhakta A bhakta works for Krishna's pleasure. That is the difference between the two, a devotee and a non-devotee. Sense gratification is there in either case, but when you work for your personal sense gratification, it is karma. And when you work for Krishna's pleasure, it is bhakti. Bhakti and karma look similar, but the quality is different. Hence the phrase, work is worship.
And so on. Things continue. Classes run every Saturday. Jagruti is in and out. In a telephonic conversation a few years later.
Hello. Hello. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Jagriti, how are you?
Yes. Not very good, Mataji. I cannot go out at all. My health is not good in the last 2 years.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why did you call? Anything in particular?
Yes, Mataji. I have a small request to make. My grandson Dhruv is getting married on the 22nd of next month. But before that, I wanted to have a house kirtan. All my life, I wanted to have a kirtan, but it never happened. Now I don't feel so good, and I want to have kirtan before the wedding. Is it possible? Will you come, Mataji?
Of course, we will come. It'll be a pleasure. When do you want it? I mean, which day? Can we keep it on a Sunday so that everybody can come because people are working during the week?
Sure, Mataji. Whenever it suits you and Dhruv, please just let me know a few days before Sunday with an estimate of how many people will come. I need to call a caterer accordingly. Please bring everyone, Mataji.
Sure. Just message me your address.
The last scene, house kirtan at Jagruti's house.
Hare Krishna,
Mataji. I can never thank you enough for coming.
Thank you for inviting us. It is always a pleasure to do kirtan. It is the only yajna that we can do in this day and age. It is a blessing to be able to do kirtan.
Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, at last my wish has been fulfilled. Krishna's mercy, Mataji. Mataji, you're such a humble and a pure devotee. You came as soon as I called. I'm such a fallen soul, Mataji. I was never regular in class, even after you gave me so many chances. You were always so kind and so loving. I was so blind.
It's all in Krishna's hands. I try my best, and the rest is Krishna's mercy. Nothing happens without his wish.
Look at me. Look at yourself. So much older than me. Almost my mother's age. But you look fit and fine. And I think it's all because of your bhakti and love for Krishna. And he looks after you.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Tick tock, time and tide wait for no man. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.